My name is Emily Smith. I am a 38-year-old office worker. It's been 15 years since I married my husband, Jack. Jack works in sales and is often busy. He doesn't get to play with our daughters much, and they are saddened by this, but Jack doesn't seem to mind at all. He never really liked kids much to begin with, and when they get noisy, he gets angry quickly, making the kids feel intimidated. Our eldest daughter, Sarah, who is in 6th grade, tries to be considerate of her dad's mood, but our younger daughter, Lily, who is in 1st grade, is too young to understand. So she gets scolded almost every day and is constantly on edge. Watching this, I can't help but feel heartbroken. Even when I told Jack this, it didn't resonate with him at all. Play with kids before scolding them. Our family isn't very close, and although my relationship with my kids is good as a family, we are not well connected. Despite my poor relationship with Jack, our children are growing up well, stimulating each other positively. Because of the age difference, they don't fight much. They are close sisters. One day, school was off for a teacher's meeting. I took the day off work and stayed home too. Usually, I would ask my parents for help or have Sarah look after Lily since she's older. The girls often stay home alone while I'm at work, so I wanted to do something special to show my appreciation and planned to make a special cake, but we were out of flour. I told them I'd go buy some and asked them to wait a little while, then headed to the grocery store. Even when I have to work on weekends, Jack sometimes avoids babysitting, so the girls might have to wait for 1 to 2 hours for me. Usually, my in-laws or my parents come over, but until then, the girls wait by themselves. Sarah is so responsible that it's possible, but I still feel a bit uneasy leaving my 2 precious daughters at home. After finishing my shopping, I headed back home. I got held up by a chatty neighbor, so I returned a bit later than expected. As I entered the house, I heard my daughter's cheerful voices, but there were other unfamiliar voices too. One of them sounded a lot like my husband's. I carefully entered the house, and the voices seemed to be coming from our bedroom. As I approached the bedroom and listened closely, I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but I could hear the voices. At that moment, I remembered something. We have a baby monitor camera in our bedroom that we used when the kids were little. Nowadays, we use it more like a security camera since the girls sometimes stay home alone. We have these cameras all around the house. I activated the camera from my phone and checked the footage. What I saw was shocking. The camera had captured my husband, Jack, with another woman in our bedroom just as my daughters walked in on them. The girls seemed to think it was some kind of pretend play and didn't understand what was happening. Curious, I checked the footage from the living room camera. It showed Jack and the woman looking startled as the girls entered the room. I always activate the cameras in the living room and at the front door before leaving the house. From the living room footage, it was clear that the girls were surprised to see Jack. It seemed Lily was playing house with Sarah and wanted Jack and the woman to join in. Sarah, sensing something was wrong, had a serious expression, but Lily, thinking Jack had brought a friend home, invited them to play.
Welcome,
Lily said cheerfully. Sarah smiled and added,
welcome to our home, miss.
Jack looked relieved. How cute, the woman said as she tried to join in their play. I was thrilled to have such good evidence.
Sarah, Lily, this has to be a secret from Mommy, okay?
A secret? Why? Isn't she your friend?
Yes, but
Lily, noticing Jack's nervousness, started serving tea.
Here's some tea.
Then the questioning began. It was like a police interrogation. But Lily was as composed as a hotel manager.
How did you two become friends?
We met at work. I joined the company recently, and even though there's an age difference, we're colleagues.
How old are you?
I'm 24. I joined the company right after graduating from college. You two are so adorable. I didn't know Jack had such cute daughters. I could just take you both home with me.
She said it and laughed. But Sarah didn't laugh.
What's your relationship with my dad?
We're friends, like I said.
Yes, we're very close friends.
That's right. Really, really close friends.
So, you're work friends, but you came to our house? Have you been here before?
Don't tell Mommy, okay? I've been here a few times.
Do you like Daddy?
Well, as a friend. Maybe more like an adult friend.
She said it and laughed. Watching this, I pumped my fist in triumph. Sarah was asking everything I wanted to know. It was perfect. Actually, after Sarah was born, Jack had a mental breakdown and quit his job. He tried working again, but his mental health deteriorated, and he quit once more. Since I was already working, I worked even harder to support him. The large age gap between Sarah and Lily is because Jack's mental state was unstable for a long time. It was incredibly tough back then. He had a mental breakdown to the point of having suicidal thoughts. That period was the hardest in my life. So, seeing him cheat now doesn't shock me as much. I've been through worse. 2 years ago, Jack finally started working again. Thanks to a job my parents helped him find. He managed to keep this job, but now I see it's because of that woman. The affair helped him cope. It's infuriating. I supported him through his darkest times, and he betrays me like this. Unforgivable. Maybe he wants to use his mental weakness as his excuse. But bringing her to our home multiple times is disgusting. My anger built up until I couldn't take it anymore, and I stormed into the bedroom. Jack turned pale. What are you doing in my bedroom with my daughters?
Mommy, we've been waiting for you. Welcome back, Mom. Did you get the flower?
What? Why is Emily here?
They're off school, so of course I'm home. I was about to bake a cake, but it looks like we need to have a talk first. Who is this woman, and why is she here dressed like that in front of our daughters?
Oh,
Mom, this lady said she has a deep relationship with Daddy.
Oh really? They're friends? I turned to the woman.
Nice to meet you. I'm Karen Evans. Jack and I are colleagues from work. We sometimes go on sales calls together, and during breaks, we've come here. Maybe you and Jack should talk privately. Sarah and Lily, you want to play with me? Isn't the room next door the kids' room? We went in there together last time.
Why were you in the kids' room?
why did you have to mention that?
They started arguing, but Lily, still playing hotel manager, ignored the tense atmosphere.
Would you like to take a bath?
Sarah, sensing the situation, took Lily by the hand.
Lily, why don't we go take a bath together?
I turned to Jack and Karen. So, you mentioned something about the kids' room earlier. You weren't doing anything inappropriate in there, were you?
Oh well.
There's no point in lying. This is unbelievable.
Jack gets excited by it.
Stop saying unnecessary things.
Well, it's out now, so I might as well be honest. I didn't expect the kids to be here today. I've been coming over almost every day recently, so it was a surprise.
Really? And how long has this been going on?
We've been together for 2 years. We got involved shortly after meeting.
Jack, you owe me nothing for supporting you.
Of course, I do. I love you.
You told me you love me too. Why would you say that?
Can't you keep quiet for a bit?
Well, your wife wants to know about us, right? So I have to tell her properly. We fell in love as soon as we met. I've always liked older men, so he was exactly my type. I knew he had a wife and kids, but love can't be stopped, right? So we started seeing each other. Jack desires me every day, and we even get together at work. His wife doesn't meet his needs, so I don't think I'm to blame. Jack is still in his prime, better than younger men, and he satisfies me completely. He said he'd divorce you soon. You're going to divorce him, right?
Before that, Jack, you need to explain yourself.
Actually, you haven't been there for me lately. Even when I was mentally ill, you were always at work. The kids are noisy, and when I yelled at them, you scolded me. That's not right. You should have been supporting me. Even when we had our second child, it was awful. You were always breastfeeding, and I got nothing. I stopped seeing you as a woman. Then, I met Karen at the job your parents helped me find. Karen thinks only of me. Naturally, I was drawn to her.
Are you saying I should have quit my job to support you? You have no respect for family.
Wow, what a terrible wife. If it were me, I'd work from home to support Jack.
Is that so? I felt like I was watching a soap opera, feeling disgusted when Lily came in.
Guests.
But this time, I was the guest.
Hey. You. Stop sitting there and start cooking. And you, start cleaning.
She started giving orders.
Mommy works hard every day and she's tired. Today we have guests, so you two need to do your jobs.
I have no idea where she learned that, but she was giving commands with great enthusiasm. Sarah was trying hard not to laugh.
Lily is really serious.
She said. If she was serious, it was genuinely hilarious. Just then, the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, it was my in-laws and Jack's sister and her husband. They had come over for lunch since the girls were off school. I have a good relationship with my in-laws and we often spend time together. So it wasn't unusual. Hearing their voices, Jack, who was cleaning, came to the entrance looking quite shocked. But when Karen, who had been taking orders from Lily, appeared, my in-laws' expressions turned sour.
Who is this young lady? She looks too young to be a friend of Emily's.
Oh, that's Jack's mistress. He started the affair because I didn't support him when he was mentally ill, and he cheated after starting his new job.
What?
My mother-in-law, Susan, shouted so loudly it echoed through the house. I then explained what had just happened. He says he's been having an affair because I didn't support him. According to her, I'm a terrible wife. She thinks I should have worked from home to support him when he was unwell.
What nonsense!
Susan yelled. My sister-in-law, Jessica, tactfully took the girls to the kids' room.
Who are you anyway?
Well, I might know more about her, so let me explain. With that, I showed them the footage from the baby monitor camera.
Hey, what is this?
What do you think? You weren't involved in raising the kids, so you probably don't know, but I only have 2 eyes. To ensure the kids' safety, I've had these baby monitor cameras around the house since they were little. They're high quality, so I can control them with my phone. You two really are idiots, leaving all this evidence. When I said that, Susan apologized. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Not worry? I can't just not worry. I'm really sorry.
It's not your fault, Susan. And according to them, I share some of the blame.
That's not true.
You, as a man, betraying the woman you swore to love is unforgivable. I can't believe someone like you is my son.
Ken, my father-in-law, is a very serious man, so Jack's betrayal must be hard for him to accept.
But it wasn't me who initiated it. She came on to me. She said she liked older men and seduced me. I'm a man, so of course I responded. Dad, you would have done the same when you were younger.
If you have a family, you wouldn't do that. Your excuses don't matter. Who started it is irrelevant. What do you have to say for yourself, young lady?
He came on to me. We went on a sales call together, and he invited me to a hotel in the afternoon. He said he had a lot of energy. I do like older men, but he's the oldest I've ever been with. I wouldn't have had the courage to approach him first, so it was him who initiated it.
That's not true. You started it. What are you saying in front of my parents?
It wasn't you? You bought me coffee and we went to the hotel that night. Did you forget?
Shut up.
Both of you, shut up. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves?
Ken's yell made them both fall silent. Then the doorbell rang again. I went to the door and welcomed my parents into the living room. Jack and Karen's faces turned even paler.
Why are they here?
It was my parents. I had messaged them about the situation.
What are you doing? This is absurd.
My dad moved to hit Jack, but my mom stopped him.
I brought the divorce papers. Just sign them.
No, wait. This is all a big mistake. They say a woman's affair is serious, but for men, it's just play. It doesn't mean anything. So, please, don't make me divorce you. It's just a physical relationship, not serious. So please, don't make me get a divorce.
What do you think, Emily?
I'm getting a divorce. Isn't it obvious? I haven't mentioned this before, but they even had relations in Sarah and Lily's room. How do you think I feel about that? Can you imagine being happy with someone like that? It's impossible for me.
You did that?
I can't believe you.
My in-laws were in shock, and my parents were angrier than I'd ever seen them. Even I was a bit scared of their fury. Yet, despite everything, those two were still making flippant remarks.
Fine, get a divorce. I'll be here and we can be happy together.
You can't support me. Emily has a title in her company. I can't just leave her. The only reason I could buy you gifts was thanks to her. So, you should apologize and leave without saying another word.
That's terrible. I love you. Why? You've professed your love to me so many times.
My vows are to Emily. You and I were just a fling. Can't you understand that? I have no intention of staying with you, so just leave.
Jack's words were harsh, but Karen didn't seem to get it.
Call me once you're divorced.
She still said such things. It's truly unbelievable. Sign the divorce papers.
I'm not signing.
Sign them.
With Ken's intimidating glare, Jack took the pen and signed.
Now you're divorced. Marry me.
Shut up. Just be quiet.
They continued their nonsensical conversation, but then Sarah appeared.
Hey, even after hurting Mom, you're still acting like this?
What are you thinking? Do you think I don't understand anything? Leave Mom alone. Why don't you stay with that young woman?
Sarah, please convince your mom and grandparents. Won't you miss me if I'm gone?
Of course not. Why would I miss someone who never took care of us and only yelled? We don't need you.
Don't say that.
Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes. She must have been holding back a lot to say this. It broke my heart. Just then, despite Jessica trying to stop her, Lily came out as well.
Mom looks so sad because of you. Stop hurting her. I hate anyone who hurts Mom. So, I hate you, Dad.
Lily started speaking through her tears.
I'm sorry. I tried to stop them, but they said only we can take away Mom's sadness and came out.
No, it's okay. Thank you for watching them. The conversation is over now.
No, it's not over. If the kids are here, it's the perfect time. Earlier, you said Daddy and this woman were friends, right? Everyone is misunderstanding. You need to clear this up, or Mommy and Daddy will really get divorced. You don't understand anything. Daddy leaving is the saddest thing for Mommy. Daddy met her before you were born. You were born thanks to Daddy. Tell Mommy now.
Jack started yelling at the girls again. But this time was different. Sarah, with tears in her eyes, spoke up.
Daddy, you think yelling solves everything. I know. You yelled at Mommy at night too. You said it was because we were being selfish. So every day, Lily and I stayed quiet, but you still yelled at us. You're the one hurting Mommy. We know we're here because of you and Mommy. But it's Mommy who raised us. Not you. You're always on your phone, and if we laugh at the TV, you yell at us. Is that a dad? Do we have to be grateful just because you're our dad? You made us, but you didn't raise us. Being a dad is an easy job if all you do is that. I don't want to call someone like that my dad.
Hearing such words from 6th grade, Sarah was shocking. I was stunned, but Ken was even more shocked.
You're a disgrace. I can't call you my son anymore. Once this divorce is finalized and you pay the alimony, we're done as a family. Right, dear?
Of course, we don't need a son like him. Emily, I'm so sorry. We'll hire a lawyer, and you won't have to pay a thing.
Why do you get to decide that, Mom? I've only been working for 2 years. I don't have that kind of money.
Don't you remember what you just said? You used Emily's money to spoil another woman. You have no intention of paying it back. You scumbag.
Ken's furious outburst shocked me, but he didn't care about our reactions. He grabbed Jack by the collar.
Let's go. You're not leaving this house for a while.
With that, he dragged Jack out, leaving Karen behind.
I'm not paying anything. I did nothing wrong. He invited me, so I don't know anything. Besides, a woman pushing 40 shouldn't take money from a woman in her early 20s. That's not normal, right? It's pathetic.
She looked at me with a smile, trying to gauge my reaction. I'll tell you straight. I was about to give her a piece of my mind when someone unexpected stepped in front of me.
You've got to be kidding me. What are you saying?
It was Jessica. Jessica, who had a tough past, started berating Karen in a strong tone.
You destroyed this family, didn't you? With 2 kids, you hurt my sweet sister-in-law. And now you won't take responsibility? Who do you think will let you get away with that? No one.
Jessica? When I tried to stop Jessica, her husband intervened.
I can't stand people like you who ruin families and then claim innocence. Remarry after the divorce? You're just spewing nonsense. What awaits you is not remarriage, but paying alimony.
If we get married, I'll be your sister-in-law. So there's no need to protect this woman. You'll have to get along with a younger sister anyway, right? Jessica, you seem a bit out of touch with fashion. I can teach you about fashion, unlike this old lady. So don't worry.
You keep talking. Do you even understand the situation? You don't, which is why you're behaving like this. I'll set you straight. Come with me.
With that, Jessica dragged her out. 2 days later, my in-laws came to my house.
We're truly sorry about all this.
It's okay. But what about the proceedings?
We've hired a lawyer, and it looks like you can demand $50,000 from our son and $30,000 from that woman. I exaggerated a bit, and the lawyer got quite angry. It's good we chose a female lawyer.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for all the trouble.
It's fine. We're really sorry about our son's behavior. Until the paperwork is done, he's on house arrest, using his leave from work. So you don't have to worry about him running away.
Why are you doing so much for me?
You supported our foolish son during his hardest times, even though you couldn't enjoy your children's cutest moments because you were working. You didn't complain. And yet I respect you as a mother. I can't forgive what my son did.
Thank you. I'm moving back to my parents' house. It would help if he stays away from our home.
Of course, leave everything to us.
Having such supportive in-laws was a great relief. The divorce process is said to be draining, but thanks to their help, it was relatively easy for me. We finalized the divorce, and Jack was cut off from his family. Trying to work hard to pay the hefty alimony, both he and Karen lost their jobs due to rumors about their affair. Jack seems to be living with her after all. She became more attached to Jack than I expected, started working nights, and was paying alimony for both of them. However, Jack's mental health deteriorated again. Karen couldn't support him and tried to leave, but he kept making suicidal threats, trapping her in the relationship. Karen, who was once beautiful, became haggard from the stress of supporting Jack. Her skin broke out, and she was covered in rashes. Eventually, both of them ended up with mental health issues and were hospitalized together. It seemed like they were getting their just desserts for betraying others. When Jessica asked if we could pause the alimony payments, she explained the situation. Given the circumstances, I agreed and told her that as long as they stayed away from me, they didn't need to pay anymore. Jessica thanked me, but I just wanted no further involvement. Now, I live happily with my daughters. My parents had always welcomed us warmly. Sarah and Lily understand the situation well and support each other as sisters. I'm deeply grateful. Even though I'm now a single mom, I'm committed to raising them with all the love and care they deserve.